Welcome, deep divers.
Mm.
Lately, I've been really intrigued by these quirky, kind of rabbit-eared creatures I'm seeing, like, everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously, on designer bags, in shop windows. It feels like they've gone from just being a toy to this huge fashion thing almost overnight. So today, our mission is to do a deep dive into these Labubu dolls. Let's try and figure out how something that seems, pretty niche became such a cultural sensation.
It really is a fascinating case study.
Yeah.
The speed, like you said, the speed at which these fluffy monsters have just taken over the fashion world it was pretty remarkable. They've become an absolute must-have item.
Right.
And what's maybe even more interesting is the surprising market stuff happening behind the scenes. It's definitely more than just a cute face.
Okay, yeah, let's unpack this then, for those of us who are maybe just seeing them now. What exactly are Labubu dolls? Like, where did they even come from?
Right, so Labubu, their story actually starts back in 2015. They were introduced by Hong Kong artist Casey Lung.
2015, so they've been around a while.
Yeah, longer than you might think, given the recent explosion. He first came up with them for his Monsters series of picture books.
Ah, picture books. Okay.
Exactly. And visually, they're quite distinct, aren't they? Fluffy bodies, those really prominent bunny ears, massive eyes, and then that sort of jagged, almost mischievous smile.
Yeah, the smile is noticeable. A little creepy, maybe.
Well, you might think that at first glance. But according to the artist, they're actually meant to be kind creatures, always ready to help out.
Interesting contrast.
Definitely. And there's specific characters in this monsters world, too. Like there's Zomomo, who's kind of the leader of the species, I guess.
Okay.
And her friend Mokoko. And Zomomo also has a boyfriend who's a skeletal monster called Taikoka.
A skeletal monster. Okay, that's a twist.
Yeah, it's a whole little universe.
Yeah.
They first appeared as actual plush toys, the ones people are collecting, with Pop Mart back in 2019.
Pop Mart. They do a lot of those collectible figures, right?
They do, but it's really this recent, explosive surge in popularity that's got everyone talking now.
Right. That makes sense. A pretty fast climb from picture book character to plush toy sensation then. So here's where it gets really interesting for me. Why? What do you think was the catalyst that turned these, charming but kind of niche toys into this massive cultural phenomenon? And maybe more importantly, a status symbol people are genuinely desperate to get. What's going on there?
I think a huge piece of this puzzle is the power of celebrity influence. You really can't underestimate it.
Okay. Who are we talking about?
Well, their popularity just seemed to skyrocket in spring and summer of 2024. And a lot of that seems thanks to pop stars like Lisa from the K-pop group Blackpink.
Huge. Blackpink is massive.
Exactly. And also Rianna, multi-platinum singer, global fashion icon. Once people like them started sticking Labubu dolls on their designer bags.
The bag accessory thing.
Precisely. That created this almost instant jump in status.
Yeah.
Just catapulted them into this high fashion realm, making them super desirable, way beyond, the original collector fan base.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's not a totally new phenomenon. Obviously, we see trends blow up because of celebrities all the time. But the speed here, it's quite something.
Absolutely. Celebrity endorsement, it definitely pours fuel on the fire. But does it create the whole fire, or does it just accelerate something else that's already there? Like maybe scarcity plays a part.
You're hitting on a really crucial point there. Beyond the celebrity hype, their scarcity is a massive factor in why people want them so badly.
Right. The harder it is to get, the more you want it.
Exactly that feeling. Collectible items, almost by definition, are hard to get. And that difficulty creates this unique thrill for collectors, for fans. When someone finally manages to track down and buy a Labubu doll, especially a rare one, they genuinely feel like they've got something special, something exclusive.
Yeah, bragging rights.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
And this scarcity, combined with some pretty clever marketing, has created this almost cult-like obsession around them. We've actually seen hardcore fans camping out for hours, sometimes overnight.
Camping out for a toy.
For the chance to buy one. Especially for the blind boxes, these dolls often come in.
The blind box mechanic. Explain that quickly.
Sure. So a blind box means you buy a sealed package, right? And you don't know exactly which specific doll, which variation, or maybe a super rare edition is inside until you actually open it.
Okay, so it's like a lottery ticket almost.
Kind of.
Yeah.
That element of chance and surprise just ramps up the collecting frenzy. It's very similar to the hype around, say, a new iPhone launch or those limited edition Stanley Cups everyone wanted.
Yeah, okay, I see the parallels, but camping out still seems intense.
It is. And honestly, we've even seen some extreme cases reported. Desperate fans apparently trying to break into cars or vending machines they thought might have dolls inside.
No way.
Yeah. And even, unfortunately, people apparently stealing them right off other people's bags in some instances.
Wow. That's really something. It speaks to how powerful that desire to own one has become.
It really does. It taps into a strong psychological drive.
Okay, so that level of intensity, it must connect to the price somehow. You mentioned millions earlier when talking about these dolls. What does that actually mean for someone's wallet? How much do these things cost, and what's pushing some of them into these crazy high valuations on the secondary market?
Yeah, the money side is fascinating. From an economic point of view, the prices are all over the place, but they go from, somewhat accessible right up to properly astronomical pretty quickly.
Okay, break it down. What's accessible?
So an entry-level Labubu doll, if you can find it on Pop Mart's official site, might retail for around 4,000 rubles. Maybe the most expensive retail one goes up to about 29,000 rubles.
Okay, so maybe like $40 to $300 US, roughly. Still not cheap for a small toy.
Not cheap, but maybe attainable for a serious collector. However, and this is the key part, they are very often completely sold out at that retail price.
Ah, scarcity again.
Exactly. Which pushes anyone who wants one straight to the secondary market. Resellers, auction sites, that kind of thing.
And that's where the prices get wild.
That's where they get wild. What's really remarkable here isn't just that the price is high, it's the massive multiplier you see. The really valuable, rare Labubu can sell for hundreds of thousands of rubles.
Hundreds of thousands? For one doll?
Yeah. I mean, take the Zimomo X Labubu I Found You collection. That originally cost around 20,000 rubles.
Okay.
It was seen reselling for 135,000 rubles in the UK.
Wow. That's like a 6x or 7x markup.
Or more sometimes. This rapid increase really speaks to the immense power of perceived scarcity and that brand cachet we talked about. It stops being just a toy. It's morphing into this rapidly appreciating, like a little microeconomy just for these dolls.
Incredible.
And what's more, they've even started getting recognition in the actual fine art world. China Guardian, which is a major Chinese auction platform, sold a resin sculpture of a Labubu.
A sculpture, not the plush toy.
Right, a piece of art based on the character. It sold for over 1 million rubles.
Over 1 million rubles. That's staggering. For something that started in a picture book.
It really is.
Okay, wow. Over 1 million rubles for a sculpture. That definitely puts it out of reach for, well, most people who might just be curious about the trend or like the look of them.
For sure.
Are there any, similar kinds of things out there, more accessible options for people who like that unique collectible vibe but aren't quite ready to invest millions?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, if you like the quirky collectible figurine aesthetic, but maybe the Labubu price tag is a bit much, there are definitely alternatives.
Like what?
Well, you could look into Sunny Angels. They're from a company called Dreams Inc. They offer a similar sort of blind box thrill, and they have this charmingly stooky vibe too, although maybe with less clothing.
Okay, Sunny Angels, got it. What else?
Or if you prefer plush toys specifically,
No.
Jellycat is huge right now. They do a massive range of stuffed animals, but also quirky food-themed ones. Really popular, high quality.
Ah, yeah, I've seen the Jellycat stuff. It's cute.
Very cute. And maybe thinking a bit differently, if you're not worried about chasing the absolute latest trend, now might actually be an interesting time to look at Beanie Babies again.
Beanie Babies, wow, glass from the past. Are they coming back?
Who knows? But the point is, if you just like collecting fun things, maybe past crazes offer value. You never know what the future holds, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, stepping back, this whole Labubu thing,
Yeah.
it's just such an excellent example how creativity, when you combine it with a really sharp marketing strategy, and then you add that huge dose of celebrity influence,
Right.
how all that can transform what was essentially a simple toy into a massive cultural force, a juggernaut.
Yeah.
It really demonstrates the power of trends, doesn't it? And how crucial it is to understand consumer psychology in today's world. It just reminds us again how that desire, that urge to own something rare or super sought after, can genuinely drive people to pay these absolutely astronomical prices.
That's a really powerful summary, isn't it? It does make you stop and think about, well, what we decide is valuable in modern culture. So let's turn that to you, our listeners. What do you think about this whole phenomenon? Are you feeling the urge to join the army of Labubu collectors, start hunting for those blind boxes? Or maybe you prefer to just watch this trend play out from the sidelines? It really makes you wonder, what truly makes something valuable today?